I do know a very inappropriate joke that takes a little bit of time to tell, but always gets me an incredible laugh. The 3 cycles of business growth. If you feel like you're building a business, you're growing really quick, but you're not making any money, or you don't have a good handle on what part of my business do I need to be focused on today, next week, next month, or you feel like, hey, I've been building this company for a while, but I don't even know if I'm a good operator, a good entrepreneur, a good executive, then this video is for you, because I just want to share with you guys the opportunity of understanding what part of the cycle you're in so that you can understand what do you need to do next, right? Because I really believe that understanding these 3 cycles will give you the clarity that you need to not feel like things are going crazy. I mean, to know, the number one thing I do for my clients when I coach them is making sure that they understand that it's normal. Like, I think that most entrepreneurs are so freaking hard on themselves, right? They're going through the turbulence, they're going through the growth, they're going through the downsizing, and the language and conversation and frustration and lack of sleep and all these things that they do themselves is just not fair. So I want to give you context for the different cycles that I believe exist in all businesses, especially ones that are growing really fast, and kind of know how you transition to the next one. So for me, I really learned this lesson watching a good friend of mine. He built, I think he was in business a little under 10 years, built a $4 million+ a year business. And what I noticed is over the last 10 years is the business grew and then he gave it back. And he grew and he gave it back. It's funny how many entrepreneurs, they think they're making progress because essentially what they do, it's like a stock. They make a lot of progress, then they deal with challenges, and then they're here, so they want to grow again, so they grow again, but they pattern, they kind of hit the top, and then they lose it all again. To me, business is not about making money. Making money is easy. If you know how to talk to people and create value, making money is easy. The hard part is not losing it. And that is the challenge, and why you need to understand what cycle you're in so that you can focus on the next level so you don't go up, down, up, down. Don't give it back. If you're in that cycle today, then make sure you understand these 3 cycles to get to the next one. So the first one for me is going after sales. If you're starting in business or you're trying to go to business, you got to get the top line revenue. Income and especially profits solve all problems. So when you're like, well, should I create these systems, or should I hire more people, or should I, buy this new machine to improve the efficiencies? Those are all really great options. But to me, if you need more top line revenue, you got to focus on going for sales. Sales, 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 top line revenue. Make sure that the income's there, because great businesses work off percentages, right? And if you have a high enough top line revenue, enough income, and you have a decent profit margin, then that number is actually quite impressive. Most businesses get in trouble because they're only doing a few thousand a month, right? 10,000 if they're lucky. You want to be doing a lot more so that when you look at the percentage of profit, you'll be able to expand it and improve the economics of the business. So number 1 is going after sales and really focusing on the top line revenue. Number 2 is building the cost structure. So most entrepreneurs are really good at selling. If you're successful, if you've been in business now for almost 10 years, you've probably got great top line revenue. But what you need to get great at is understanding the margin structure, the costs. Where do the expenses come from? Because again, I don't want you to give it back. I want you to make the money, build the business, create the profitability, and don't give it back. And a lot of entrepreneurs give it back in the margin structure. They buy something for $10, they sell it for $12. That's just crazy. This happens all the time in the service businesses. They're like, I've got this team and I'm billing out them at X rate and I'm getting paid for this. It's like, yeah, but you're not considering the fact that you've got overhead, you've got real expenses, you have clients that you've got to finance their growth because you probably have outstanding receivables, you have people that may not pay you, you have the potential for lawsuits. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't understand your costs to figure out your gross margin, then that's where you go. Top line revenue is number 1. Number 2 is understanding your cost controls, really looking at each project, each product that you sell, each service that you sell, and figure out what's the profitability or the margin so that at least you know. Then you can go to the market and say, hey, customer, I love you, but I know we used to do this for this amount, and going forward we have to change it just so that we can build a great business. Because to me, the frustration is not being able to do great work. Right? You can't do great work if you're always putting out fires, chasing receivables, not have the profit level to invest in the team, to do things for culture, to really just know that you've got the ideas and you're holding yourself back because you can't you can't afford to invest, all right? So you need to get the cost control. Once you get the top line, you get the sales going, number 2 is getting the cost. Number 3 is making sure that you improve your market reach, right? Which is essentially what I call, I have a model called the growth engine. It's demand marketing. It's improving your ability to have a message inserted into the market that attracts more clients, okay? Sales is like selling, right? So you're just going off, picking up the phone, referrals, etc. Market reach is actually building a marketing program, right? Increasing your offering. So maybe you started here and you do this really well and you got to $500,000 revenue. Now you want to go to the next level. You need to figure out what's the next offer or product or service that we need to present to customers or segment a new market to be able to grow the overall business. Improving your market reach is number 3. So that is how businesses go. They expand, they contract. They expand, they contract. Growth is never linear. Right? I know that every time we sit there, we're like, oh, let's build a business plan. I'm going to start here and I'm doing X amount of revenue and I'm going to end the year up high. It's never linear. Go look at your numbers on a monthly basis. It's step functions of growth because it's always expand and contract. So what you want to know is what cycle do you need to be in? Do you need to improve your market reach? Do you need to improve your cost controls? Or do you need to improve your top line revenue, your sales? And if you're there and you've done that, then get to cost controls, get the profitability, then improve your marketing reach, boom, then go after sales again. That's the cycle. That's the way businesses work. It's always about trying to find opportunities and turning those opportunities into profit. So those are the 3 business cycles, real quick: going after sales, cost controls, and 3, expanding your market reach. I hope this video finds you incredibly well. And as per usual, I want to challenge you to live a bigger life and a bigger business. And I'll see you next Monday. Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd also encourage you to join my newsletter where I share exclusive invites to events and other free training videos. And if you're ready to get going, I got a couple more videos queued up for you. See you next Monday.